All right. So here we are back at it yet again. Last time we made this happen. This right here. Hello world. We can move it where we want. I'm pretty sure it does this because of the white box that was around it. That's why it drops it down or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't care. It looks good enough. All right. So what we want to do now is, give me a second. What we want to do now is we want to make this into a timer. All right. So let's say blah, blah, blah. Here's our code so far. Don't code. Oh, let's do semicolon. Don't code. Yep. Let me do it again. There we go. Okay, now that we're here, we want to make the hello world into a timer. That's like a timer, like a stopwatch, like a stopwatch. Well, a timer that counts up in 00 format, hours, minutes, seconds, whoops, rounded down to the last second, to the second. All right. Don't code. What do we do? Let's see if it's gonna go faster. Okay. To do this, we need to introduce a new concept, a system timer. True, like we did at the first part. The first part of this little journey. Our application's main message loop is constantly listening for messages from the operating system, like mouse clicks and paint requests. Okay, we can tell the system, hey, every second send my application a special message. Here's the breakdown of the steps we're going to take without writing any code just yet. Step 1, write up the timer in WinMain. Right after our create window X and show window calls. Where's that? Create window X and show window. Where's that? Windows proc. Show window. Okay, so right after this. We're going to add a new function call that starts the timer. We're going to specify a unique ID for our timer. And most importantly, we're going to set the interval to 1,000 milliseconds, which is exactly 1 second true. This tells the operating system to send a message to our window once per second. Okay, that sounds good. All right, so step 2, we're going to handle the timer message in WinProc. So down here, right here. All right. Just like we added a case for WM L button down and WM paint, we're going to add a new case to our switch statement for a message called W timer. All right. Also, I don't like all these switch statements. We're going to try to see if we can clean it up later to get rid of switch statements. I heard. Well, what am I talking about? I heard. I hate switch statements. They're just so. I think switch statements are unprofessional, in my opinion, or they're just not my style. Let's say that. All right. So this is the messaging. So this is the messaging that the operating system sends to our window every second. True. This new case will contain all the logic for updating the timer. Okay. So we're going to update the display every second. True. Inside the WM timer case, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to need to calculate the elapsed time. Easy. We can get the system's current time and subtract the time the application started. True. This will give us a total number of seconds. True. Next, we're going to take the total number of seconds and format it to our 000 format for hours, minutes, and seconds. We can do some simple math to figure out the hours, minutes, and seconds from the total. True. Finally, we've prepared a new time string. We're going to have to tell the window to redraw itself, obviously. We're going to use the function that forces a repaint by invalidating the Windows client area. When this happens, the system sends our window to an WM Paint message, which we already have set up to draw text on the screen. In summary, we're going to use a timer to trigger an update every second, and then we'll tell the window to redraw itself with the new times. What part would we like to start with? We can begin with the SetTimer call in WinMain. Yes. Yes. Let's do that. But first, is the SetTimer going to be a separate function? Let's see. No, SetTimer is not a separate function we have to define. It's a built-in function that we can simply call to tell the operating system to start a timer. We're going to call SetTimer just once in our WinMain function. Where's that at? This one. Okay. Right after the window has been successfully created and shown. So right after this, all right? This single call kicks off the processes, and from then on, Windows will automatically send a WM timer message to our window proc function every second. Okay. To call SetTimer, the call to SetTimer looks like this. SetTimer HWND 1000 null. Right? So here's what each part means. HWND is the handle to our window. All right. So that's the thing we created up there. So handle window, cool. It tells the system which window should receive the WM timer message, okay? 1 is the unique ID for our timer. Okay. If we had multiple timers, we would give them different IDs. All right, so that's an ID right there. 1000, this is the time interval in milliseconds, and this is going to be set to 1000. No, this means we want the WM timer message to go to our main WinProc function, which is exactly what we need. All right. Show me exactly what we're going to put in here. Don't show me it inside the code. Let's put a do that. Let's see. So just that between show window and update window. Of course it's going to do that. All right. Take your time. All right, let's go back down. Oh, what a thing. Well, I mean, at least it's doing this stuff for us. All right, so that's a very sharp question. The short answer is that placing it between this and this would technically work, but it's not the most logical or common placement. The best practice is after both show window and update. Here's why. Because show window makes the window visible the first time. Update window forces an immediate WM Paint message, which draws the initial hello world text. SetTimer is then used to, why would we don't want hello world anymore. Don't code. We don't want this. We're going to replace it. Okay, so we put it. So we put that show timer or whatever call right after update window. Question mark. SetTimer, that's what it was. Don't freaking do that. It's so annoying. So annoying. Okay. All right. What does EOF mean? What's that EOF at the end of your message mean? End of file. Okay. All right. So it's just some stuff they put in there. All right. Where is it? All right. So let's get this. And let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do this. Let's just grab this. Wink. All right. And let's do this. Give me a good comment. Give me a good comment. We can make our own comments. Sets the timer. Sets the timer. Okay. Set the timer. Is that good? All right. Review this. Don't code. Okay. We've successfully integrated the fix. No. No, I mean, okay. Okay, so the set timer is where it needs to be. Don't code. Got to keep telling it that, you know? Where did we put it? Where did we just put the set timer? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, what's this next step? Put the logic inside the WM timer case. Okay, so we got to make a new case. Okay. You want to read this? We got to read this. Let's read it. So the next step is to put the logic inside the WM timer case in our window proc function. This is the heart of our timer application. The operating system is now sending our window a message every second. And this is where we'll tell the app to do that what to do with that message. Okay. We're going to focus on 4 key tasks within the case to make the timer work. Get the current time. Okay, we can do that. We're also going to calculate elapsed seconds with 1,000. Format the string with that. Got it. Trigger a redraw in WM Paint. All right. Before we start coding this, we need to make sure our win main function has the correct setup. And it's missing a global start time variable with the kill timer call at the end. We're going to need to ensure those. Okay. Okay. So make the start time variable with the kill timer. But nothing right now. Let's see. Of course. What is this? All right, so we need this. All right, kill timer here. Start timers up here. So here's start time, get kick count. What is this? We need dword global variable to store the application start time. Do we put that global variable in the window.h header file? Header file. That global variable. Let's see. No. If we did that, all right, this multiple CPP files. Okay. Declare the variable in window.h for declarations. Okay, what? So, okay. Let's show them the header file right now. Here's window.h right now. All right, so we need this. What's that extern though? I've never seen that. All right. What's that extern thing? I've never seen that. Common question shows okay. The extern is an important concept that many people. Okay, Extern is as a declaration, so it's like var. So it's like var in JS. Loose similarity. Yes, extern is only a declaration while var is both a declaration and definition. Okay, cool, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. Okay, so now that we got that, so now that we got that start time declared in window.h, we don't need it in the main.cpp, right? No, we have to keep this in our main. Okay. Okay, so I don't know what that means. I think it's hallucinating. All right, let's go back to main. All right. So with the, where's the set timer? Set timer. Set timer, and so show me what the code is supposed to look like with the stuff you said. Let's get all this and throw it in there. Man, I hope this works, honestly. But we can just go back to the beginning. It doesn't matter. No big deal. Okay. So we still need this in there. So let's toss this in there anyway. And up here at 5. 5? What is this? What's this? What's W sprint F? What's W sprint F? Windows first. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's go look at that again. Huh? Where'd it go? All right. Let's reset it, and then let's go see where that file is. Where'd that file go? Whatever. Okay, show me the code again. Here we go. All right, let's put this in. Let's grab this. Copy it. Grab this. Paste it. Okay. We got that. 8. All the way down to 31. 31, create. Good. 49. All right, still good. Set timer on 56. 56, okay. Set time, what? Start time, oh, we don't have this. So let's get this. Pop it on over here to 56. All right. What else? I like that comment better. Okay, cool. What else? 64 message. All right, cool. Kill timer on 70. Let's get that. Man, I hope this works. There's no guarantee, you know that. WM timer. Okay, let's toss that on 122. Oh, this is that break. All right, so on 124, let's get this. Toss it in here. Okay. And 135, 135. All right, let's make sure it's good by telling this thing. Okay, check this and tell me if it looks right. Double check. Okay. Okay. However, crucial piece is missing. Capturing the start time. We have the set, but the line to capture the initial start time is missing from the win-main function. Without this, our program won't know where the timer started, so it can't calculate how many seconds have passed. Okay, show me what you mean. Let's see. All right. Win main, right? That's what it said right here. Where's that? 8? All the way up here? All right, this is good. This is good. If screen width, window width, okay. 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 Kill time. What is it talking about? What is it talking about? What else needs to happen in the W main? Okay, what else needs to go into W main? Windows 7, temper. Clean up. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the next part. Okay, so if there's nothing else needs to be added to win main, make sure all the remaining logic for calculating the time and updating the display will go in WM timer. Okay, let's do the case. Okay, let's work on the case then. All right, let's go down the case. Okay, so here's the WM timer. Nothing else in there. All right, let's go down here. All right, let's get this stuff. Let's just get it from the curly braces. And let's toss it in here. 131 on the break, okay. And let's say, how's this look? How's this look? Let's see. All right, take your time. All right, it's going to take a while, I guess. Okay. Where's the... All right. Should run, let's see. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Nope, it says hello world. No, it says hello world because we didn't change the paint stuff. All right, stop it. Let's go down here. All right. Let's go back over here. Man, I hate this. All right. You were absolutely right. Apologize. Still hello world string. All right. Corrected the code to fix the WM paint. Key change was the something. The key change is that the text out function now uses our global SZTime string buffer instead of the static hello world text. This means that the WM paint case will now draw whatever the WM timer case calculates and puts into that string. It's also updated the length parameters to use L string length to get the correct length of the string, which is necessary because of the content of SZ time will change every second. So here's the code. Okay, show me the code again. Show me the code again. All right. Let's see. All right. Is this it? Where are we? 64? All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Huh? Get tick count. This is something. Code that does not take into account can loop indefinitely. All right, we'll fix that up later. Where does it change though? Where's the change? Let's just grab this, toss it in here, run it. Yeah, baby. Except for I don't like how it started at 1. All right. Okay. Now, I don't like how it started at 1. I want it to start at 0 for aesthetic sake. Aesthetics sake. Also, we got to take care of these, but we'll fix that in a second. All right. Let's just see if this worked before we go and read what it is. All right. I hope it works. No, it didn't work. We'll figure that out later. All right, let's get back here. All right. Let's go down. 27 minutes. It still only goes to 1. It still only starts at 1 after it's running. Maybe we're gonna have to figure that out. So let's look at what it does. We're probably gonna since it's off by 1, we just need to start time -1. Let's see. Thousand. Let's see if that works. Haha, yeah, exactly. We're coders now. All right. All right. That was the fix. All right. Let's get this out of here. Okay, so it was an off by 1 error. Let's see if it can. However, it did say however, didn't it? Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. We know how this is going to go. All right. That's a very clear, and then why it might be, however, subtracting 1000 will cause the clock to fall behind by a full second for its entire runtime. This will give the starting aesthetic, but it will be inaccurate. It doesn't need to be accurate. We can just add another 1 later. But it didn't work. show me the code you're talking about. I bet that it's not going to work like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. 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 I guarantee it's not going to work. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work though. So we'll just have to do it the -1000 way, because that did work. Sorry, Gemini. Sorry, Gemini. Come on, man. Why do we gotta keep doing this? I wish can we just, is there a way to come over here and drag it down like this and then go like this? Oh, there's no way to do anything cool. And then go like this. Okay, maybe. And then go like this. No. How clunky, right? How absolutely clunky. Okay. No, it didn't. We're gonna do it my way. Anyway, for the next issue, actually 30 minutes, huh? We'll tackle those tomorrow. There we go. Yeah. Okay, shut up. Oh my God, shut up. All right. So anyway, that's a big fat W. That's a big old fat W in my opinion. We got to take care of these. Oh, hold on. Did it go to 1 again? Shh. Where's the Okay, shut up. Backwards I say. Back I say. Back I say. Okay, forward I say. And then let's go again. Because we were trying to do this. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we can just add a second later. It doesn't matter. If it's off by 1 here and it gets off by 1 later, we'll just add a second. It's not like we're trying to get it perfect. I mean, we're not trying to get it this thing's version of perfect. Anyway, big fat win. In the next one, we're going to tackle these warnings and figure out how to get these tick counts to look amazing. It says to turn them into 64, but I don't know really what that means. Maybe we'll just have to put an upper limit to it, which is not a big deal. Anyway, so that looks great in my opinion. Hopefully it looks great in your opinion. So there's that. And we'll see you next time.